Hello everybody. Welcome back to the channel where we talk about stuff. Welcome back to another exciting installment of expectations. Yeah. At the time of me making this video, which is now, we still do not have any concrete information as to exactly when the Ethereum ETFs are going to launch. People are saying, I've heard the 12th of July, the 14th of July, I've seen some 15th of July, and I've seen some 18th of July sprinkled in there as well. Expectations are quite high as to what effect this is actually going to have on the market. As of late, unless you've been missing it, we have seen a rather dramatic amount of everything within the cryptocurrency space over the course of the last 3 months. And part of the issue is a lot of people have become quite frustrated. That's flustered and frustrated with the general lack of movements in price. Part of the thing that everyone should realize, but I know it's a little difficult, especially if you don't zoom out, is that we already are in the actual bull run. We're already in the bull cycle. But the problem is you have to draw back far enough to be able to see where Bitcoin's price and Ethereum's price were about a year and some change ago, when Bitcoin was around 15,000 something or other dollars. The expectations are, according to this analytics firm, first of all, there are multiple analyses about this, but this one is from a company called K33. The expectation is that when the Ethereum ETFs launch, that there's probably going to be like a sell the news kind of event. People think that they're always timing the market and yada, yada, yada. You know how it always goes. The amount of Ether being staked in the actual network continues to increase every day. The amount of Ethereum taken off of exchanges continues to increase as well every day as the number on the exchange decreases. You get increase and decrease. The other issue actually is that there literally already was not a lot of Ethereum left. Very similar to Bitcoin. The issue is that 99% of the time we tend to mainly get Bitcoin scarcity news, with Ethereum in the background kind of always literally coming in second, as it is the number 2 coin. So the expectations are that more Ethereum will be taken off of crypto exchanges as they are being purchased by ETF issuers and people who just in general are buying up tons of Ether. For those of you who missed the news, this is about a week or so ago, somewhere around there. I don't know anymore. We had news that out of all the Ether that exists, less than 10% of it is now on crypto exchanges. That is to say, 1 out of every 10 Ether, it's all that's left for relatively 8 billion people on the planet. Ethereum usually depends on how maximalist the person you're talking to and if they're into Bitcoin. Ethereum always tends to usually get this like, well, Bitcoin's deflationary and you can print as much Ether as you possibly want. I feel like we're in 2017 when people say a lot of these things. For those of you who do not know, there is no max supply for Ether. The issue is that the only way to actually create new Ether is by already having Ether, thus people buying it and thus people staking it in the network. As Ethereum is the most used blockchain on the planet, the more it is used, it has a burn mechanism in the background. And because Ethereum is used so much, the burn actually outpaces the actually new created Ether. And then you'll have some days where prices go down by 10, 15, whatever, 20% that people go, it's inflationary, because like 1 or 5 new coins get created above the actual number. And then for that one day, those extra coins become the new inflation for Ether. The next day, prices begin to recover. The inflation goes down once again. It becomes deflationary. But the same people who were screaming that the sky is falling or the Ether is rising never repost ever again that it's actually deflationary once again. So K33 research is assuming that we will see an enormous I was like, why isn't my mouse working? That we will see an enormous amount of Ethereum being absorbed by the actual ETF issuers. The numbers that we're getting are continuing to kind of fluctuate all over the place. I think it relatively depends on how bullish or unbullish someone actually might be on Ethereum. We're expecting, hear me out here, the idea is that roughly around 10% of the ether that's on exchanges or that's left for people is going to be accumulated by these ETFs. For some magical reason, people keep forgetting that before ETFs existed, people could buy ether on crypto exchanges. I know that sounds a little bit ridiculous, but part of the problem is that even now, at the time of me making this video, we continuously get news and noise that someone sold Bitcoin ETFs. The Bitcoin ETF outflows were $47 million. Is Bitcoin going to collapse? And then we end up getting news that on crypto exchanges, whales that day bought $100 million worth of Bitcoin, literally double what was sold, but that never ends up making it into the news. If for some reason people keep pretending that this is going to be the only way to actually acquire ether when people have been using crypto exchanges, this is why there's only 10% less than 10% of ether left on exchanges, because people have been buying up ether. Like there's so much confusion as to exactly how popular Ethereum actually is. It is the most used blockchain in the world. The idea for the future is that people, not sure if you exist right now, but people like passive income. Surprise! So when you have the world's most used blockchain also offering you a way to make passive income essentially forever as long as blockchain exists, and there's people are accumulating it because the only way to make new ether is by owning the ether. The more you own, the more you make, the more money you make continuously forever. I don't have any of the price predictions in front of me, but people are predicting that if the ETFs for Ethereum do well by the end of the year, we will probably see a $10,000 to a $12,000 ether. Seems absolutely believable. The price predictions for like 5 years from now, people are predicting a $100,000 plus ether. If we enter into this mythical world of a $100,000 ether, and all the people who are holding tons of ether have been buying more of the ether, and then they're staking all of their ether, these people are going to be making hundreds, if not thousands of dollars per day in passive income because of all of these coins. So yeah, the anticipation is quite high, because if Ethereum does well in price, altcoins do well in price. Historically, we've seen before that if Ethereum does too well in price, then the Bitcoin price also reacts as well, trying to completely outpace it and keep its dominance within the market. Predictions now, once again, not as far as when it's going to launch, but it's more of a 5 to 6 month time frame for massive amounts of accumulation by the Ethereum ETFs. The idea is, this is the idea, not the reality. We don't know what's going to happen. Is that if this does launch, if it does take off, if it happens within the next 7 or 8 days as well, this could be the pump that was needed. Because, you know, like a lot of times you'll see the charts and people are like, well, this coin has to get over this price to be able to pump. Ethereum needs to be over this price to be able to like pump, blah, 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 like those kinds of things. It'll give us a good enough momentum upward that all the coins will pass by nearly instantaneously the levels that they needed to pass by. And then Bull Run 2.0 ends up starting. I know we're in a very weird position right now in the cryptocurrency space. Everyone's kind of looking for what the next big thing is going to be, or exactly what's going to cause the market to react. And this might be it. As of now, we do not have an exact date, but if there is one, I will bring it to you and then we can all celebrate together. I don't know what people do anymore. That's the Ethereum ETF launch news and expectations for the month of July. I do hope that you've all enjoyed. I do hope you all are having a great day, morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope it's absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching, listening, liking, commenting, and supporting. There we go. And I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.